What's up, guys? So before I get this review going, I need to talk about something really quick. Now don't worry, I will keep this short. I will save the actual discussion for the end of the review because I'm sure you guys want to see the actual review before I get into all this discussion. But I just wanted you guys to know that the discussion is going to be on that Derrick Henry review. So many guys were saying that I was using him wrong, that I should run him up the middle, not bounce to the outside, which I never bought into because I feel that if you are a power back, you are designed to break tackles. I don't care if you're going straight forward, left, right, diagonally. I don't care. No one should be able to tackle you on the first hit if you're labeled a power back. So of course so many guys disagreed with me on that, but when I ran with Gerhart, he just proved my point. But anyways, like I said, I'm not going to get into it right now. I'll save that for the end. So if you're one of those guys who feels that, I was using Henry wrong, please watch the end of the review as well. Don't just leave when the review is over because I want to do my best to convince you of why I feel this way. But anyways, let's get to this. Campus hero Toby Gerhart, 96 overall, ground and pound style. 6 foot tall, 93 speed, 92 agility, 99 ball carry, 83 juke, 98 truck, 100 carry, 95 excel, and 82 elusiveness. Also has, I believe, a 73 catch. So definitely not someone that you want to throw to in traffic, of course. But if he's wide open, don't be afraid to throw it. He also has a 96 stiff arm, a 91 spin. So obviously he's not someone that you want to be juking with the 83 juke. 91 spin, he definitely can spin, but it's not something that you should lean on. Obviously, like I said, he's a power back. 98 truck and 96 stiff arm is where you really want to lean towards. But anyways, enough about the stats. Let me show you what he did on the field and why I feel it does not matter whether you run up the middle or run to the outside. So when you think of Gerhart, of course you think of the power back, the stiff arm, but you can, as you can see right here, he can definitely spin out of certain situations. Juking was a bit tougher. I don't recommend juking with him, but then of course, with 83 juke, and of course with the power back, you don't think of that kind of stuff anyways, so don't even try to juke with this guy. But anyways, as far as running up the middle, of course I want to do this more often with power backs. So many guys are saying that with certain power backs you need to do this, and I did, halfback dive, traps, I did that, and it was definitely effective, as you can see here. But personally for me, I don't like running up the middle because it's just too congested. There's so many people there, as opposed to bouncing to the outside like this right here. Less people to deal with, and of course, as you can see right here, 93 speed is not the fastest, but it's definitely fast enough to get you, a few yards, and if you're lucky, you just might get a touchdown or two, especially, like in short situations, like at, like at the 10-yard line and such. And right here, just like most running backs, I've said it so many times before, they will rarely drop the open passes. Zero drop passes, with open, that is, wide open passes. He definitely did drop like 2 or 3 that were slapped out of his hands when the corner was like right behind him. So I don't recommend throwing traffic, but if he's wide open, don't be afraid to do it. Now he did take like, I believe maybe 4 or 5 hit sticks, and shockingly he did actually fumble once. With 100 carry, you would expect him to take at least 20 hit sticks before he fumbles, so that was definitely surprising. But anyways, right here, this is something he was really great at, which was breaking the first tackle. And I did play only like 6 or 7 games with him, and that was because I definitely wanted to play a full season with him, but I've just been so busy these past few days, and I might just stay busy these next couple days as well. So I could not guarantee his review coming out anytime soon, especially for a full review. So I was like, what? I absolutely saw enough to convince me of what he can do in just those 6 or 7 games. So I was just gonna upload what I got, and look what he's doing, man. And keep in mind, these are all bouncing to the outside, which so many guys were saying that I was using Henry wrong. And these two guys, Henry and Gerhart, are so similar, and look how I'm using them. Now, of course, I'm not trying to say he was the end-all be-all of running back. As you can see here, he definitely, there were times where he did go down on the first hit, but the good thing was that it did not happen that often. As especially out of 5 or 6 or 7 games, these were really the only plays I could find him going down the first hit. But this right here is by far what he did best, and just proves my point. It just drives it home of why I feel you can absolutely run to the outside with power backs, as long as they actually do what power backs are meant to do, which is this right here, stiff arming. I don't know why I could not get this done with Derrick Henry, but with Toby Gerhart, he was doing what I wanted him to do, which was getting the stiff arms, bouncing to the outside, not going down the first hit so often, and just getting those stiff arms and not failing as much. Because as you can see right here, look at the ignorance, man. I'm going to end this review with it bouncing to the outside, which is pretty much what the entire review was, and getting the ignorant stiff arms, giving these boys whiplash, man. So Toby Gerhart proved in my mind you can absolutely run to the outside with power backs as long as they do their damn job. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up this review. So here we go with this discussion. Before I get to it, of course, is he worth 20K? Absolutely. That's an amazing price. A 96 overall power back who can do it all. Well, mostly do it all in terms of the stiff arm and trucking. For 20K, that's an amazing price. He may not be a top 5 back overall, but he's definitely a top 5 budget back and absolutely a top 10 power back. So anyways, enough of that. Now let me get to this discussion. I hope you guys stuck around, because here we go. When I ran with Derrick Henry, like you saw in both of these guys' review, I ran them both to the outside. Derrick Henry, who on paper is, you would think better than Gerhart. He's taller, he's a little faster with that 99 XL. He's obviously got better power back abilities, so you would think that Derrick Henry would just be stiff arming people like crazy. But you saw in my review, I could not get it done. I played a full season with Henry and barely struggled to get enough highlights for the review. I played half a season with Gerhart and got twice as many than I did with Henry. So obviously, if I would have played a full season with Gerhart, I would have had maybe triple as many highlights. So that's why I feel that half the season was enough. Now here's something that I cannot wrap my mind around, and it's that the double standard when it comes to running backs that I review. Derrick Henry is not the first running back that I reviewed where people say that I used him wrong. And here's the thing, I don't get this. I just can't wrap my mind around it. When I use a running back that's not designed to go to the outside, and I do it and I fail, like with Henry, people would jump all over it and say, you used him wrong, it was your fault, he's more like this, and this, you shouldn't be using him like that. But when I get another running back who's also designed to, or at least it looks like he's designed to run up the middle and not to the outside like Gerhart, but I do run up to the outside and I succeed, people completely ignore that, discussion. And those same people, and this is what drives me just crazy, those same people who say that I'm using the running backs wrong, they don't say anything about it when I'm succeeding running to the outside. So like I said, I've had power backs that I've run to the outside before with, besides Gerhart, and those same guys who criticize me for not running up the middle, they're just completely silent about it. They're just like, oh well, man, great review, man. And even though yes, I appreciate the compliments, but still, it's like it's a double standard. It's like when I fail with the power back to the outside, they get all over me, they criticize me, but when I succeed, they're like, okay, yeah, great job. It's like I don't get. It's like I get, you can't please everyone, but still, I just can't wrap my mind around it. So it's like, for some reason, in my opinion, and not just my opinion, but what I've seen from experience, there are just some power backs who can bounce to the outside and make it work. Henry, I could not do it with. Gerhart, you saw me just flourish with. So I'm just saying, from what I've seen, there definitely are slower power backs that can definitely bounce to the outside and be effective like Gerhart. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap this up. I'm not sure who my next review is going to be. I did pick up that Jerry Rice Ultimate Legend that just came out, so I might review him on offense. I realized that I was doing a lot of expensive players, so that's why I did Gerhart. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap this up. I'll see y'all boys for the next review. Please leave in the comments how you feel about this. If you've used these both of these guys before, let me know how they play for you. I really want to see your guys' feedback on this. I'll see y'all boys then, man. Peace.